What's going on, everybody? It's me, Dijon. Thank you for joining me again. It makes me extremely happy. Like I said on the first one, I appreciate you all for coming through, checking out my video. Makes me happy. If you like what you see here, subscribe. If you don't like what you see, don't subscribe. Thumbs me down. Let me know what you didn't like in the comments below. If you do like what you see, share it, man. Get the rounds up. Let it out. Let it out for me. You know what I mean? And I guess let's get into it. So today, I would like to talk about something that's been on my mind as of late a lot, or been on my mind a lot as of late. And that is, what is it all worth? What's it all worth? What is my liberty worth? What is my individual liberty worth? What is my security worth? What is my safety worth? And most of all, what is my freedom worth? Now, I tie liberty and freedom together. You know, those are synonymous to me. I know that they are not via the dictionary, but to me, in what's going on right now, they're synonymous. So, with that being said, I'd like to pose those questions to you. I'd like for you to sit down and take a minute to figure it out. What is it worth to you? And I'm asking these questions as a follow-up to my last video about the memento mori, or the memento mori, however you want to say it, you know. But, it's a reminder of your death. It's a reminder that you're going to die. So you might as well live every day to the fullest, and you shouldn't run from your death. So with that being said, what would you do to protect your liberty? What would you do to protect your security, your freedom, and your safety? These are questions that men have to answer on a regular basis, especially those with families, especially those who belong to a community, which is all of us, and especially those that belong to a country. What would you do to protect those? And it's a very, very important question in America, because that's what our Constitution is based off of. Protecting those inalienable rights, protecting your liberty, protecting your freedom. When you look at the Constitution, it affords you rights, but not your inalienable ones. Your inalienable rights come from your creator, your God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. And that's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And with that comes the defense, your ability to defend yourself, your right to bear arms, your right to freedom of speech. Now, the founding fathers, with all their contradictions, they were onto something when they wrote the Constitution. And most of the people who went back and added amendments and things like that were onto something too. As long as they did not impede on the Bill of Rights, it was pretty much all good. But now, we're starting to face a different threat in this country, you know, and I think it's because we've become soft and we have become safe and comfy, and we don't like hardship, you know. So I feel like there are people out here who want to impose things on you that are unconstitutional. Now, I know that there are bylaws and things written behind the scenes that allow people that are in charge to do things for the greater good of the people, but that's not their decision. That is your decision. So right now, the president has mandated that if you work in a company, or all companies or corporations with 100 employees or more, they mandated that their employees become vaccinated, or they take a COVID test every week and it comes up negative. Now, I see this going a couple of different ways, but it's all going to end up going the Delta route, the Delta Airlines route, in my opinion, as to where they have started charging their employees $200 a month to continue working if they're unvaccinated. Go out there and look it up. I don't want to get the details of why they're doing it, or I think there's just like an insurance claim or insurance policy or something like that. I don't know. But pretty much they're charging their employees to go to work if you decide to exercise your civil liberties and not take an experimental drug. This, while not against the Constitution, if you decide to submit, it's an attack on your liberties. It's an attack on your individual liberties, in my opinion. And hey, my opinion is just my opinion. I'd like to hear yours. Let me know down in the comments. But I'm not okay with that. But that's the way that I see it going for most companies now. So, with that being said, I feel like you only have one or two choices in this situation. If you don't want to take the drug, experimental drug. Now, I just want to let everybody know something. I am not against you taking the experimental drug. That is your choice. It is your choice to do that. I am not against you not taking it. That is up to you. I like people to make choices, as long as they're informed. If you think that you should get the vaccine, if you think that you should get the experimental drug, make sure that you do research behind it before you go ahead and just dive off the roof head first. If you don't want to get the experimental drug, make sure you do research on it to make sure before you dive off the roof head first. To me, it matters not who gets it or who doesn't, as long as they're informed. Moving on. So let's say that you're at a place and you don't want to get it, and they're trying to mandate that you do get it. I suggest you look around and speak with your coworkers and find out if other people are like-minded, and you all band together. Let's say you're in a company of 100 and you and 20 of your coworkers in the same position as you decide that you don't want to take it. Can that company operate without you? Remember, you make the wheels turn. You are a gear in the machine. Now, the machine may not run if only your gear is removed, but if you take out a whole gear set, I don't know. Doesn't seem like that machine will continue to operate. I just want people to ask themselves, what is it all worth to you? Is sitting at the cool kids table worth risking your life on something experimental? Especially when it's shown that it doesn't stop you from getting sick. Especially when there's not any real reported data on the efficacy of the drug. Especially when there's no data on how many people are affected negatively from the drug. Do your own research, man. Don't be afraid. You're not the only one that feels the way that you do, if you do or do not want to take the vaccine. But whatever it is, don't be afraid to stand up and be counted. Because to me right now, I'm going to be totally honest, and this is just my opinion, I think we're in a power grab right now. And the more that we allow the powers that be to do what they want and to enforce unconstitutional things on us, then the further and further we get away from our liberties, our individual liberties. The Constitution was not written for the people to abide by. The Constitution was written to keep the government in check. The Constitution was written to make sure that the citizenry remains free. Now, we might see a violation of the Constitution soon because this video might be removed, aka censoring of my freedom of speech. They've been doing it on your Instagrams, your Facebooks. Anytime you speak about this sickness and say anything outside of it, you may get shadow banned. Hell, I may get shadow banned from this. I'm not afraid. I've sat by and watched for too long, and that's how we got into this position. Most of us have sat by and watched and said nothing, and now we're in dire straits. I love this country, man, and I want to see it. I want to see it prosper. I don't want to look up and see riots like there's going on in Australia about their vaccine mandates and passports and lockdowns. I don't want this to turn out like France, to where you can't go get groceries from the grocery store because you're not vaccinated. I don't want to end up like Greece, where you're fighting the police because you're unvaccinated. Remember, people, you are the power. You are the power. It's we the people. It's power to the people. Don't let these nerds bully you, man. Anyway, if you like what I'm saying, like it. If you don't like what I'm saying, thumbs it down. Write it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Share it, please. Subscribe if I piqued your interest. And stay dangerous. Stay informed. Peace.